Top five, top five, top five.
What comes first, the egg or the chicken? You know what I mean? So you got to give homage to where homage is due. So Sir Jinx, when you talk about Dr. Dre, Sir Jinx is his cousin. So when you think of the whole Dr. Dre element, it wouldn't really be, not saying that Dre can't hold his own, but that kind of like is behind that force. That was the unification of the NWA and different things like that for Q. So when Q came out with America's Most Wanted, you know what I mean? That was Jinx. So when you think about the epic battle between NWA and Q, that's who made that happen. Without that, then that would have never happened. So he definitely has a foothold, and it's funny no one even mentioned him, but he has a foothold in reference to the culture.
Okay, so Neptunes is pretty much the same thing. Like they go through different genres of music and still create these hits and really rebuild a lot of the artists. So I love the Neptunes because, again, as a female, I'm looking to beats about what I can dance to, what I can vibe to, with something in the morning to that's gonna get me motivated. And so their beats is like something that's reflective of what I like to, and the longevity of what
I put Organized Noise at number 2 is because everybody knows Outkast, Goody Mob, Dungeon Family. That's what they do. Brown, being black people, we have so many influences that influence us musically. That comes, we dig into our history, we dig into, things that we go through with experiences and stuff. When it comes to Organized Noise, you have 3 brothers that were all great in their own right of what they did individually and was able to sync that together. I mean, let's be clear. Outkast alone, they're the first and only group to go diamond. There's been no other hip hop group to go diamond outside of Outkast. So when you look at Organized Noise, they know what kind of talent goes with the vibe that they have with them being from, Atlanta and working with different people.
First of all, out of everybody, I believe he was the you got to pay homage, right? Homage, you got to give homage. So he is the father of not battle rap, but reply. So UTFO, did Roxanne. He had Roxanne Shante come out, and with the response. Prior to that really, he kind of set the precedent for that. So that's one. In addition to that, in reference, when you think of New York, again, where kind of like hip hop started at, he's one of the founding fathers. So not saying Sugar Hill Gang ain't, I'm just saying, because we can go back. But in reference to the list, he, to me, was the oldest. So when you say, oh, well, could it be a Dre if it wasn't for Marley Marl? Nah, because you got LL Cool J, you got Cool G Rap, you got Eric B. and Rakim. So you got so many huge, epic artists that if they didn't, how would there even be hip hop to where it is now? So you got who else? Biggie, give him a shout out. You know what I'm saying? So legends giving a legend a shout out. So you gotta again pay homage. So when you talk about sampling, he started all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the ones that initially started playing with the sampling. So I respect any producer that say, you know what, all right, I might be dope. Well, who was dope before me, and bring that back and introduce that to the current culture.
Last but not least, and I'm so disappointed that y'all did not mention Jay Dilla. I'm so sad. Because for me, it's Jay Dilla, like, Tribe Called Quest existed before Jay Dilla, but Jay Dilla took it to the next level, in my opinion. Like, part of the reason why Jay Dilla didn't flourish, I would guess, in a limelight is because Q-Tip was such a big figure in front of Tribe Called Quest, but Jay Dilla was right there to help cultivate that sound, for one. For two, he was a bi-coastal artist bi-coastal producer coming from the Midwest that was able to push the culture with the Tribe Called Quest and with the Far Side, which, all due respect to Dr. Dre, did not have as much of an impact from a group standpoint across the board, bi-coastal, than Jay Dilla.
Right.
And again, I mean, y'all say what y'all want, but I'm talking about Far Side, I'm talking about the native tongues, I'm talking about Soulquarians, I'm talking about again, like we west to east in the Midwest. And then not only that, but for everybody that picked Kanye, how could you not pick Jay Dilla? How could you not pick Jay Dilla and you pick Kanye? Because Jay Dilla, before Jay Dilla Midwest sound, Jay Dilla is the Midwest sound when it comes to pure hip hop purists. And the Kanye sample, the heavy samples. So like in an essence, you want to credit Kanye for fathering the next generation of the Rockefeller sound. You got to give that credit to Jay Dilla. And then it's Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, D'Angelo, Common, like the Roots. Jay Dilla is in the fold with all of that. And then not to mention Busta Rhymes. Not to mention Busta Rhymes, because after the Leaders of the New School situation changed up and he started working with Busta Rhymes, and it wasn't just in the beginning either. It was in the beginning, on to the Genesis album, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we talking about almost a decade worth of production, and then just like everybody else says, like, yo, a lot of the top producers in the game will show tribute to Jay Dilla, even Premier. So, I mean, like, salute to Premier. I wanted to put him on my list too, but Jay Dilla to me is like the father of Midwest boom bap sound and innovative production. And he was a multi-instrumentalist as well. And then not only that, but for everybody that picked Kanye, how could you not pick Jay Dilla? How could you not pick Jay Dilla and you pick Kanye? Because Jay Dilla, before Jay Dilla Midwest sound, Jay Dilla is the Midwest sound when it comes to pure hip hop purists, and the Kanye sample, the heavy samples. So like in an essence, you want to credit Kanye for fathering the next generation of the Rockefeller sound. You got to give that credit to Jay Dilla.
Top five.